Can I figure out how Jeffrey Epstein's network stayed hidden for so long? Jeffrey Epstein, a name that became synonymous with one of the most disturbing criminal networks in recent history. For years, he managed to operate under the radar, evading significant scrutiny until his eventual downfall. The central question that many of us have is, how did his system manage to operate and thrive for such an extended period without significant intervention? It's almost incomprehensible to think about how such a horrific and illegal network could be sustained for so long. Many people find it hard to wrap their heads around the fact that Epstein was able to get away with his crimes for decades. The sheer scale of his operations, the number of victims involved, and the influential people who were allegedly entangled in his web all contribute to the disbelief. People often wonder how something so illegal and immoral could continue without being exposed. The lack of action or even curiosity from those in positions of power to stop Epstein's activities adds another layer of confusion. It's a stark reminder of how the powerful and wealthy can sometimes operate above the law, or at least, how they might believe they can. This situation raises uncomfortable questions about the systems that allow such abuses to occur. The complexity of Epstein's network and the fear he instilled in his victims also played a significant role in his ability to continue his activities unchecked for so long. His ability to manipulate and control those around him, including some of the most powerful people in the world, was a key factor in his success. Wealth and connections obviously played a huge role in Epstein's ability to sustain his system. His financial status and the influential people he knew helped him build a network that was seemingly impenetrable. But it wasn't just about who he knew, it was also about how he used that knowledge and those relationships to his advantage. His manipulation tactics were sophisticated, preying on the vulnerabilities of his victims while also ensuring that his associates remained loyal or complicit. The complicity or blindness of those around him was another critical element. There were many who either benefited from his actions or turned a blind eye, possibly due to fear, ignorance, or personal gain. This combination of factors created an environment where Epstein's system could not only exist but thrive. Systemic failures also allowed Epstein's network to operate with such ease. Institutions that should have been gatekeepers failed in their duties, whether through negligence or incompetence. These failures, coupled with the fear and silence that Epstein cultivated, meant that his criminal activities were able to continue unchecked for an alarmingly long time. One specific element that stands out as crucial to his system's survival was his ability to cover his tracks and manipulate the narrative. Epstein was a master at controlling information and using it to his advantage. He built a vast network of associates and informants who were either directly involved in his crimes or were unwittingly drawn into his orbit. This network was key to his ability to operate undetected for so long. The depth of his influence and the sophistication of his cover-ups are a testament to his cunning and ruthlessness. Epstein's ability to navigate complex systems and exploit weaknesses was unmatched. His use of technology, financial systems, and social connections created a complex web that was difficult to untangle. His manipulation of victims and associates alike was a cornerstone of his operation. By using a combination of coercion, bribery, and psychological manipulation, Epstein ensured that those around him were either complicit or too afraid to speak out. This control allowed him to operate with a degree of freedom that was shocking, given the nature of his crimes. The sophistication of his cover-ups was also critical. Epstein used a variety of methods to conceal his activities, from encrypted communication to complex financial transactions. He was always one step ahead of his potential accusers, using his wealth and influence to stay out of reach. In summary, Epstein's system thrived for so long due to a combination of his wealth and connections, manipulation tactics, the complicity or blindness of those around him, and systemic failures. These factors, coupled with his ability to cover his tracks and manipulate the narrative, created an environment where his criminal activities could continue unchecked. What do you think was the biggest factor in Epstein's system thriving for so long? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you're interested in more investigative content, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell.